I have some two gentlemen who call themselves aspiring leaders of the Matatu Owners Union. Is that so? So I have Kushan Mushiri, the supposed chairperson, and Stanley Kimure, the supposed treasurer of the union. And I want to begin from the position of, in this country we have the Matatu Owners Association that is led by this gentleman by the name Kimutai. And then we have Jamal Ibrahim, who leads Matatu Operators Association. He is the chairperson. Now you are coming up with another institution, Matatu Owners Union. Who are these? What's the agenda?
Who?
Matatu Owners Union.
Oh, thank you very much. I'd like to say that the Matatu Owners Union, as the name suggests, are the owners of the Matatus, the genuine owners of the Matatus, who for the last 20 years have been deep in slumber, sleeping on the job, and let the cartels take over this industry of ours that has employed a lot of Kenyans, especially the youths. Now we've taken charge after we've seen what has been happening. The cartels are no longer now interested only on the small handouts they were getting every day. They've now moved to another level where they've gone to government. They've made deals with one PS Hinga for them to acquire these so-called high-capacity buses for their own selfish interests, and agreed to phase out all the others so that they can be the ones now in
But you are making those allegations, and I don't know whom you're specifically referring to, apart from saying that PS Hinga is involved. Yeah. But I believe even if he was, he's doing his job as a government official. But you're saying that there has been cartels managing the sector. Who is Matatu Owners Association, that is led by Kimutai, and who is this Matatu Operators Association chairperson Jamal Ibrahim? Who is he representing, so that there's a gap that you feel you're not coming to fill?
Okay. Simon Kimutai is somebody that came during the Moi eras when the Matatus were having issues with the government, and he went to the media and made a name for himself as an activist, maybe for the rights of the Matatu owners. And I can guarantee you that Simon Kimutai does not own a Matatu. He does not represent us. He represents himself. As for Dixon Bogwa, he also does not own a Matatu. That I can guarantee you. He just came because Kimutai was there shouting. As well as Jamal Ibrahim. Jamal, he also does not own any Matatu. So this is a case of chairmen of cattle dips who do not own cows.
But so who are you? Do you own a Matatu yourself?
Yes.
How many?
Not one, not two, not 10. I don't want to go to the specific details, but I can assure you I am an investor in the Matatu industry. I apply the Thika route. I have very many buses there, and I can also assure you that my colleague here, the treasurer of our union, is also a bona fide Matatu owner. That I can verify for you. Okay. And all the members in our union have have Matatus. So we have taken charge, and we no longer want to be represented by people that do not understand the industries. Okay. Yes.
All right. So Stanley Kimure, you are the supposed treasurer of this union once it's formed, and you're talking about you're the real owners of this industry. You're calling yourselves investors in the sector. First of all, how many Matatus do you own, and how many members are you focusing on enrolling with the new union?
First of all, I thank you for inviting us here. I want to tell you that I'm a Matatu owner by choice. I didn't come just from anywhere. I started as a makanga, then I became owner, then I went ahead and I became chairman of a circle Thereafter, we are in another company. Now, I own Matatu. The reason why we are complaining about those who purport to represent us, is one. We've been facing so many challenges in this sector, but simply because they went and sat down with other people out there and decided maybe to do business, not the business that made them to be where they are as representatives. That's why we've been facing these challenges. Now, we are calling ourselves genuine Matatu owners because we are articulating and representing Matatu owners. For example, as my chairman has said, they went and decided they will support the government on that matter of removing Matatu 14-seater Matatu investors.
Yep.
They sat down, agreed, and decided to do that in the pretense of we are the voice of Matatu owners. Now, when we realized what they did, and we started raising issues and talked to our members,
right.
we came to you people, we asked them, we went to them and asked them what happened. They said, no, there's nothing like that, there's nothing like that. Then we did our own investigations, and that's when we realized they have registered a company that will be used by the government. And the government has good intentions, I know, but they think that they've been talking to the right owners, Matatu owners. Now, when we started complaining, is the time now they started saying that, oh, we are not supporting 14-seater, we are not supporting this thing of removing 14-seater, we are not blah, blah, blah. But when they went, one, they were facilitated by the government. They went to Mombasa for a week, I think for a week. Those associations, in Kenya, there are like 6. So every association produced three individuals. They were 18. They went to Mombasa and they agreed that they will register a company that will be used to manage BRT. And that's where now we are complaining.
So because all right, I'll be getting back to that point so that you can really verify on those allegations. But first of all, you want to cross over to is it the CBD where Mombasa Road where excuse me, Kimani Mbugu is standing by. And Kimani, we are waking up to the news of the Matatu Operators Association chairperson Jamal Ibrahim giving NTSA 72 hours of ultimatum. That would be 3 days for them to lift that declaration that they are going to phase out the 14-seater Matatus. From Mombasa Road, how many of them can you see, and have you spoken to any of these Matatu operators, especially on the road, on their reaction to this decree?
Well, Sam, I've been covering this story for the last 4 days, since Thursday last week, and I can say there's a bit of confusion. In fact, on Thursday we had an issue with running with the story because a part of it was most of the anger that was coming from 14-seater operators was kind of anticipatory anger onto what NTSA will do in the future. Well, the thing is, NTSA has not released an official statement saying that they are phasing out 14-seater Matatus. Then we sought a word from the ministry to hear from them on what their side of the story is, and we got a statement from the CS, and his answer was not an emphatic that we are going to be phasing out Matatus or 14-seater Matatus, but this is what he said. I'm just reading you a statement that he sent to us on Thursday evening. He said that the current urban public transport system anchored on minibuses is neither sustainable nor desirable. So kind of stating his side of the story, stating his position on where he stands on the issue of Matatus, either 14-seaters or even the bigger buses. saying that it's not sustainable or desirable. Then he went on to say that plans are underway for integrated train and high-capacity buses. And he said that the first batch of 11 trains will arrive in February 2019, and also 64 high-capacity buses. Now, that's a position of the ministry. Remember, NTSA is just an agency that is operating still under the Ministry of Transport. And now, on the side of Matatu operators, there are so many 14-seater Matatus. In fact, I can show you one that is just driving down on our right side. It's just right behind us. This is Wamasa Travelers. That should be one that operates around Kitengela, if I'm not wrong. I think I saw them last weekend when I was in Kitengela. Yes, those are 14-seater Matatus. They're still operating. But the thing is, NTSA has not renewed the licenses of those ones which have expired. The TLB lasts for 1 year. And now where Jamal Ibrahim comes with his association of operators within the CBD is because last week they had a conversation with the governor, and he was Jamal Ibrahim and his, among other associations within the CBD, were part of the meeting with Governor Mike Sonko on the night or on the morning when the ban was lifted of the ban of Matatus from the CBD. Now that is where he came in, and then the issue of NTSA not renewing some of the 14-seater TLB licenses came in later in the week. A day later, that is on Wednesday, and then they called for a press conference on Thursday to decry this. But now the number of Matatus in the CBD is over 20,000, but then only 210 as of yesterday. Those ones are the ones who were not renewed. So then again, the response is kind of being blown out of control, because there hasn't been any official communication from the government to say that we are going to phase you guys out. But then again, it's been clear, and even they know that this controversy started way back in 2014, 2013, when the government had a plan of phasing them out. Even they are aware of this. So it's just a matter of when, not a matter of if, that Matatus and 14-seater Matatus, to be specific, are going to be phased out. So now with the issue as it stands is we are waiting for an official communication from the government to say whether they are going to be phased out. But as of now, we do not have any official communication. What you're seeing right now on the media is just probably panic on their side, and waiting for this to happen. Sam.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kimani. I'm just wondering, where are you going?
We're headed to the CBD now. We are on Mombasa Road. This is South Sea, actually. This is how it looks. You can see we're moving fast with our pickup. Traffic is not looking that bad, actually. It's actually ends at GM. Kimani. So coming in to the CBD past South Sea is easy.
Kimani, my director wants to know, where is your safety belt?
Yeah?
Where is your safety belt?
I can't hear you, Sam.
No, of course you can't hear me. I'm asking, where is the safety belt?
Oh, now you see this is a pickup truck. Also, as we're operating like police.
Okay, all right, Kimani, it's okay. Just trying to make you realize where you are. Of course, in this country, if you're riding in the public service transport system, you have to buckle up your safety belt, and also for the sake of your safety, you need to do that. Now, back to the discussion here. Apparently, the communication that the phasing out of 14-seater Matatus is not yet official, but of course, the talk and the indications are that it will happen at some point. And you have made your case on how you dispute the current associations that you feel that do not represent your interests. So, how do you plan to really represent your interests, bearing in mind that as of now, you're not a legal union, you're not an association, you have no legal basis? How do you intend to represent the interests of the people that you feel should rely on your voice?
I think we are registered circles and companies, so we are legal.
But the union is not registered. That's what I'm talking about.
No, first of all, you don't build a house before you make sure that everything is there. So what we are doing, we are trying to enlighten our members that those people who are claiming to represent them, and those people who've been talking too much after we started complaining about phasing out of 14-seaters, are not there genuine representatives. And as I've told you here, that they went and decided to phase out 14 seats. In fact, we are not blaming the government. And we cannot blame the government because the government engaged with Matatu owners, but the wrong Matatu representatives. So that is not the, we cannot say entirely that that is the problem with the government. Right. As I've told you here, they went and registered a company. We can ascertain what we are saying. We have copies. We have them here. You can see those people who are talking there saying that they don't want, they are giving ultimatums. They are not giving solutions. They are giving ultimatums. Us, we are not going to tell our people to down their tools. We will engage the government. We know the government of Kenya listens to its people. We know the president listens to his people. Okay. Those people who elected him. We've not seen Major, DG, Director General. We've not gone there to seek his opinion. We want to go there, and I know his doors are wide open. Okay. We will go there. We'll go to Macharia, Waziri. We will go every office to make sure that we engage the government the way we are supposed to do, but we will not give ultimatums.
On the same, what I would like to clarify here is that as the Matatu owners, that's why you are not seeing any other group. These groups that you are seeing are groups that have existed even before the 18-year-olds now were born. And there are groups that owned Matatu ever. So now, what I'm trying to say is
let me cut you short. So is your problem the leadership of the Matatu Owners Association or the body itself?
It's not leadership. That is not leadership. Those are cartels. What I'm telling you is this. As the owners, once we realized that the cartels have been able to mislead the government, we met behind the curtains. And I can assure you we've met over 70% of the chairmen who represent the owners of SACCOs and companies limited. 70% across all the 47 countries. We've met them. We've sat down. Even last night, we had a very, very major meeting with the chairman from the Upper Eastern region. And we are together, and we have documentation from all those SACCOs.
So how soon?
By the, we are talking about a matter of 2-3 days. I'm talking
about how soon do you have a union registered?
The process is already ongoing. It might even be in a day. I can assure you that we have documents from 70% of all the SACCOs because everybody is tired of these cartels.
All right. Green Gang, that's the name he is using on Twitter, is saying that government cannot phase out 14-seaters because it's a private business. One cannot prescribe to a business person the product they will offer. Even certain routes have difficulty in filling the 14-seaters. How will they fill the buses? And first, the final question I want to ask you is, there's that discussion that we need to phase out the 14-seaters because of the tragedy it causes in terms of traffic and the inconveniences in terms of moving the economy. But are you buying that idea? Do you think it's time that public transport is managed in a better way by the public, by the government?
Let me tell you. What I know and what I believe is there is no crisis being brought about by the 14-seaters. If anything, they are the solution that we need in this country. Because what is happening, even now, I've just come from Thika Road, and out of 50 vehicles, I can assure you, a Matatu was one. If you send, and I'm telling you, those vehicles are not even having a full to capacity. So, if the government can listen to us, the real owners of these Matatus, we will advise them, as they have tried the cartel's way and failed. They have tried their way and failed. Now, let them listen to us, the genuine owners of the Matatu. And I can assure you, if they try even for one day, just for one day, I'm not saying that they broke out the private motorists from entering the CBD. But they can do it on a trial basis, just one day, and tell the public on experimental basis, can you not use private vehicles into the CBD for just one day? I can assure you that those 14-seaters, those 51 and 31-seaters will take care of the transport. There will be almost zero jam, and everybody will get to work on time.
Okay.
That you can take to the bank.
Kushen Mushiri,
Yes.
the would-be chairperson of the Matatu Owners Union, and Stanley Kimure, the supposed treasurer. Thank you so much for making time for Daybreak, and thank you for coming to talk about that matter. And I hope that it can be resolved as soon as possible, so that you do not have the confusion that comes with different unions and associations.
But there's one thing-
It will be resolved
There's
if the government engages, but not engage with those people who masquerade out
Okay.
there as genuine Matatu owners. We are supporting the government, and we support even Sonko, because they misled Nairobi governor, whatever he did last week. But I know the governor
Right.
also will engage us, and we will move forward.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for making time. Unfortunately,